Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Oh yes, my name is TotalBiscuit, and for the next 12 hours I will be showing you as many games as humanly possible. Those of you who don't know what any of this is all about, about a year ago I started a series on my YouTube channel over at youtube.com/TotalHalibut, which had one particular goal in mind, which was to provide first impressions content of various games. That series got very, very popular very fast and is now, aside from Jesse Cox and myself play Terraria, the most popular series that the channel currently hosts. It is a first impression series of pretty much any game that comes my way, whether it be a big title such as Battlefield 3 or a tiny one-man development. We promote a lot of indies, and as a direct result, we've had a lot of indie companies be able to sell significantly more copies, which is really, really cool. Big fan of that. So, when we hit 500,000 subscribers at the start of the month, I decided we were going to put an event on that hopefully encapsulates what the series is all about. And the idea was to do as many WTF Is as possible. So we try and play as many games in a 12-hour period, give you WTF Is first impressions of that game, then move on to the next one. And it's a perfect opportunity to get some money in for charity, and the charity that I support is charitywater.org. That is charitywater.org. Their sole purpose being to provide clean water projects to third world countries, which to me is a pretty damn good cause. So you are able to donate to that if you so desire via their website. I'm not doing anything myself for that. I am not taking donations directly. I'm not being a middleman, but all of the ad revenue from this stream is going directly to them. Directly. So that's as simple as that. I'm not going to take your money and then give it to them. I'm going to raise money on the ad revenue, and if you guys want to donate, you can donate. As far as I'm concerned, that is entirely up to you. One thing I've discovered about gaming and gamers over the last few years of doing gaming broadcasting, which I've been doing now, I believe, for 7 years, is that gamers are very cause-driven, and you can hardly really blame them for that, can you? When you think of almost every game you ever play, there's always a cause involved in some degree, whether it be to save the Earth, whether it be to destroy the Earth, whether it be to win a race, a fight. Every game has some kind of cause under it, and what I've learned about gamers is that gamers generally aren't afraid of taking on a challenge, and they're willing to take up a cause, and instead of wringing their hands, thinking, oh, but it's hard, it's hard. You know, gamers will just dive in, and they will take on these really difficult challenges because that's who they are, because they're very competitive people, because they're very cause-driven people. So it seems to me that raising money for charity with a bunch of gamers is perhaps one of the best matches you could possibly get. So hopefully we raise a lot of money for Charity Water today. If you miss any of the games that go on display, they will be put on the YouTube channel over the next couple of weeks as part of the WTF-a-thon archives. I have a list of approximately 40 games. I don't expect to get through them all because there's setup time. So just to explain how the setup works, and if you see things on the screen that look really weird. So for each game, what I'll have to do is to set it up to work with the streaming software. And it's going to involve one of two things. Either it gets played in a window in a specific area on the screen so you can see it, like, say, that. Or it will be connecting directly to the game in a full screen mode, and also I have to configure the sound levels. For instance, this game right here, which is going to be the first one that I play, I've got the sound levels down fairly low. The thing is that different games have different sound levels, so if you hear the sound in a game being too loud, in that you cannot hear what I'm saying, then please let somebody know in the chat, and they can communicate that to me, and we can adjust that. So there might be a little bit of sound checking, a little bit of setup. I hope that it'll only take a couple of minutes per title, and then we can get right on into it. I have with me bottles of water. I have with me snack treats, hopefully enough to get me through 12 hours. We shall not stop until 2 in the morning, folks, in the British Isles. Alright, I see no reason at all to continue to prattle on. We are currently at 10,000 viewers and growing rapidly. Rather good, as far as I'm concerned. I say you will see this screen whenever there's a break, whenever everything's being set up. Everyone sees this screen. This is not a screen accusing you of using ad-blocking software. It's just something we threw together in Photoshop. Simple as that. And there will be some great gaming music in between the breaks. Simple as that. You heard the sound of Skrillex's Syndicate soundtrack, Frank Klepacki's Kill, Norin Rad's remix of the Guile theme from Street Fighter 2, as well as Bogdan Vera and Aberdonian Sky's Oblivion. We're playing you some great music as we go through here. So, without further ado, folks, let's get started, shall we? I see no reason why not. And it is my pleasure to introduce to you the first game of this WTF-a-thon 500,000.